everyone, here we are again. Today we are in the fitness center and we're looking at isometric exercises. These are exercises where you don't move once you assume the exercise position. As you can see right now, I'm doing the pretty classic one of a wall sit. Okay, I'm going to hang out and talk to you a little bit while I do this. So, biggest thing about this, static. I don't mind how high or how low you go, as long as it doesn't bother your knees or your ankles or your hips. If you are pain-free in your joints and you're just feeling the burn in your muscles, that is a great sign. So one good way, not the foolproof way, but a pretty good way of kind of determining good and bad pain is to say, where do you feel it? And if I say, all through here, that's a very good sign. The more precise I can get, if I say I feel it right here or here, and if I can pinpoint the spot, that's not necessarily good. That means there's too much strain happening in one particular area. So that means adjust a little bit. Maybe come up a little higher, widen the feet out a little bit, narrow the feet a little bit, bring your feet in, bring your feet out. They're all good options, and I want you to explore in this exercise and spend 30 seconds in it and do it 4 or so odd times. Again, the more broadly you feel it, like all across the top of the legs, all across the bottom, all across the lower legs, the better. The more precise you feel it in the spot, the less good that is. Okay, simple. Safe on the joints, as long as you find a spot that feels comfortable and you hold it, and you will still get a good workout. Next one is an ab exercise, and you can't see it very well from here, so I'm going to turn you to a profile view in a minute. But what we do is you put your feet about a foot away from the wall. You want everything else against it, the back of the head, the back of the shoulders, and your tailbone. And then you want to flex your abs so that the entirety of your back is against it. Notice I still have my head and back of my shoulders on, and I didn't fold forward to make this happen. So most of the movement is coming from the hip area. Think about the abdominal muscles pulling on your hips, rotating you forward. I'm going to put you to a profile view, and hopefully you can see this a little bit better. It might still be hard to see, but here's that curve, natural curve in my back, and I'm going to eliminate it. Can't fit anything back here. Once you get this exercise down, you still keep your head neutral. You just hold this. Literally just holding it right here. Okay, once you get that, different apparatus. This makes it a little bit harder. So if you're a bit more advanced, this is the way you should go. And I'm sure a lot of people have seen this exercise before, but it's often done incorrectly. And to make sure we get the abs, we have to make sure we flatten out this back again. So here I am, and you'll see the difference. My back, flatten it on out. You see how much movement happened from the hips and the abs. Hopefully you can see it. If you can't, come on down to the fitness center and I'll explain it to you. You'll get a great workout. So I want you to flex, hold your back flat against it. Notice my legs just hang. I don't actually bend my knees too much, because if you bend your knees, that's actually a hip flexor movement. We need the hips to move, not the legs to move. Okay, there's your isometric abdominal exercise. We have this machine. Looks crazy, but I promise it's very stable. See, even though it rattles, it would take a ton of effort to actually tip over. Like I can't tip it over. It's not going to tip over. It's very heavy on that back end, so you don't have to worry. Anyway, you get on into it. Feet in here. Make sure they go between these two black rollers. This thing adjusts forward and backwards, so you can adjust this position to your hips. But for this exercise, we want it lower than our hip crease. And once you're in it, we want our feet pinned up against the back of this, and you just want to hold it. And again, isometric hold means we just hold it. You can keep your hands here for a little extra brace. And it looks a lot like a plank, doesn't it? You imagine me straight. Only thing with a plank is that we have the weight into our hands, and here I have a tiny bit of it, but I now have the back of my legs taking the load and holding my body straight. This is not coming from my back. I am not arching exaggeratedly. I'm keeping this nice and fairly neutral position, and all the work is coming from the back of the legs. So we did the wall set for the quadriceps, the front of the thighs. Now we have this for the back of the legs, and it's not as hard as it looks, and we can adjust this so that we can make it easier or more difficult as you need. I promise everyone can find a spot that they can get this, and it does not hurt the back, it does not hurt the knees, and it's a great exercise to strengthen the back of the legs. All right, here we are at the lateral shoulder machine. This is a pretty straightforward one to use. Again, we're making an isometric movement, so we're trying to keep it safe on the joints, and you can hold it up for a long time, get a good workout, and then start to notice some of the, the muscles that you feel fatigue in. So primarily this should be felt across the shoulder area, maybe a little bit in the upper back and neck, and a little bit under here with the serratus anterior, keeping us in a good position. You just simply come on in here, set yourself on up so you're comfortably a good height, and these are right here at your forearms, and you lift on up and hold it. This is a great one because you can hold on up. Doesn't hurt the shoulders. This will teach you to work on good form, engaging lots of different muscles, making sure that you don't overarch your back or over around your back. We can think about good form and good posture as we're here, just chilling on out. And again, this would be something that you would hang out for, 20 to 30 so odd seconds. So those are a real quick number of exercises that you can do. Every exercise can basically be done as an isometric. So if you have an ache or pain that we got to maneuver around, like your elbow, shoulder, lower back, knees or hips or ankles, we can explore and come up with a workout plan that will get those muscles moving and not cause any more joint pain. And hopefully as you get more advanced through your exercises and we get more blood flow and more strength, then we can add some movement to it with no pain and progress on through larger and bigger ranges of motion and more advanced exercises. That said, even if you think you're a veteran in the gym, add some isometric exercises. It might surprise you. And if you don't want to just do isometrics, come on in here and I'll show you how to do small range of motion exercises, and we'll add another repertoire to your exercise regime. Thanks a lot.